What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And once again, still in the crib. I ain't no Meek Mill though. I ain't no house arrest. I could leave. Oh, well, Meek's free now. So that's good for him. But this isn't about that. This video is about the Ebro and Taxstone beef. Let's go over that situation all together. Because a lot of people was asking me about it, so I said, why not? Let's do the truth behind Taxstone and Ebro beef. What people need to understand is that when Ebro was the producer or music director or whatever, but the job of those guys is to dictate what is played over the radio stations, what is put out on the streets. If the record is hot, normally that's the way it's supposed to go. Like the old payola days is over, basically. But it's done at a higher scale. You know, you got corporate that's pretty much running everything, and they push what they like and push what they don't like to the trash. It's like, look, we own these artists. We got these artists coming out. Take care of them. We'll have them on your show. They're what's hot right now. They're the guys we're putting the money into. Play their records. So they play their records. Instead of saying, well, we got to give the local guy something. We got to get the local guy this. We got to get the local guy this because he from the city. You know, he got a movement going. So guys had hot songs and hot tapes in New York that was holding down the culture, but it wouldn't make it past like a couple of boroughs. And it's like, dude, all we need is some push. Put us on the radio. And then they go, oh, yeah, we gonna do it, blah, blah, blah. And nothing happened. So Troy Ave come out with this song, and the song is tight. You know, I forgot the song by now. It's been years ago. Like 2 years ago, but the song was alright. It wasn't a bad song at all from Troy. But Tax don't like Troy Ave for some reason at this point. And you know, anything Troy come out with, he basically all against anyway because of how Troy Ave has got people that's connected with Ebro, you know, through the Ricans. So Tax is putting out this new song by Bobby Shmurda. Now, before this, though, and I will give Tax credit for that, he was the one pushing, like, talking about Bobby Shmurda and GS9. That's documented fact. He was the first one I remember, just going off the Twitter line. You can go over there and check it out. He was the one pushing GS9. And I'm like, man. But the song Hot Nigga was that beat everything. You know, Bobby Shmurda wasn't saying nothing outstanding, but that beat was insane. So, of course, that was the hottest. Anybody with a brain who know music would know that that's a hot record. You got to have that in your rotation. You should have that before anybody else is playing that in rotation. Ebro, it was like, yeah, so what makes you think that's a hot record? You know, he's an elitist, so he got that imperialistic attitude. Like, oh, so what make you think that's a hot record? To Tax, and Tax is like, the street says a hot record. You want to put up a poll to see which one is which? All right, we're going to put a poll up. And we'll let the people decide who want the Troy Ave song or the GS9. Which one is the hottest song? That's a no-brainer. Then he's like, all right, send me the link to the song. So he got sent the link to the song, Tax sent him the link. Next thing you know, he's doing an interview talking about the GS9 and, you know, Ebro acting like he discovered him. Like, yeah, I got the link from one of my guys, some other guy. Didn't even mention nothing to do with Tax or anything. But Tax act like he didn't care, but he cared. So that led to Tax just going too far, doing what Tax don't do. He don't know how to just do things and go directly. He want to diss their wives, and it was just all disrespectful. So now you give them ground to say something, but that's all he want to do is have them say something back to him. So he goes to any measure he can. Yeah, that's right. I pee in your kid's face. I slap your wife. It's just crazy. So of course, they responded back to his nonsense. Like, yeah, we got this guy, but now it makes you look insane. When the general point, you had a point. But now that's all lost because you come up with all the craziness with it. So now people focus on your craziness. And they look at Tax like, yeah, that dude's crazy. Yeah, he's just out of control. So he's like, yeah, you know what, I went too far. Let me call and apologize to Rosenberg. Because Rosenberg had nothing to do with it, but he drugged Rosenberg in it just because he's on the show. So he apologized to Rosenberg's wife and everything. And then he got Ebro on the phone. He's like, he was going to apologize for disrespecting his wife. And then Ebro, sucker, you know what? And then hang up, then go on the air. Like, yeah, he called to apologize. And I told him to suck my, you know what? Trying to hold on to some street cred and all that. Because Ebro is all about ego. If you bruise his ego, that's it. Now he got to try to act like a tough guy. Because all these dudes are weirdos. All these, like the Star, all these dudes, they are weirdos, believe me. And they have like a weirdo contest with each other to see, and they beef with each other. It's like a weirdo battle. That's why it don't make no sense. Because they all got egos like women. Like if you bruise their ego, they act like total women. And that's how Ebro was. But most of these guys have power in the industry now. Because Universal done bought out everything. They're dictating stuff. And so with Ebro, they put him out there like, hey, you the face of this. Long as you do what we say. And Ebro is a yes man. Like, I'll do what you say. He has no backbone. He has no fight in him whatsoever to fight for something. Ebro is all company first. Like, who cut my checks? Those guys ain't gonna cut my checks. You can't fight to play one song. And then he'd be like, oh, well, I played this joint. I played that song. And what happened when I played that song? You played them late. Every time you play the record, New York has already heard the record on Power 105. That's how the Breakfast Club and all them others end up beating them out. Because Ebro lost the city. He lost control of the city. He lost the respect of the city because he didn't respect it. He came with this imperialistic attitude. The corporations tell them what to do. They just cashing their checks, playing BS, acting like it's gold, while everybody else is playing that real stuff and talking about the real stuff. So, with that being said, you let other outlets compete with you. And the people's trust went that way. See, these guys forget that the people is what make them. The people is what keep you fed. Once you think you're above the people, it's over. Like, I don't need the people. I just need me and my music. It's not your music. You didn't create it. But if you listen to Ebro, you act like he created. Tax, have good points. He's passionate, but he go too far. All of his videos have been the same thing. All his beefs have been the same thing. He thinks he's back in Fort Greene Project somewhere, and it's all or nothing. It's like, dude, not everything is Fort Greene. Look, you can tone it down a little bit and just stay within the circle. Just stay within that little box. Stay to the point of the argument, and that's it. You ain't got to go that far. But where he from in the streets, he's bringing that to what he's doing. And when you bring the streets, and when you're in the streets, that's how it goes. In the streets, they go from one point to something extreme for no reason. Because they feel like my ego on the line, my pride, my name, I got to fight for mine. And get you in trouble, man. So that's how the Ebro situation started. That's how that beef got between him and Tax. But as you see, they all have this ego problem. Even Star. You know, Star has an ego problem too. A lot of stuff didn't happen with him. Same people, same thing, because it's a weirdo fest. And let the best weirdo win. I'm out.